What's going on, everybody? It's Korr here, and welcome to Korr Storytime episode 8. So this story actually undercuts the previous story, Storytime 7, in the sense that this is the oldest story that I've told so far because it starts at the end of 2016. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. So as I said, story begins at the end of 2016 when I had just stopped speaking to someone that I was kinda supposed to date in a way. I mean, I understood things incorrectly and so we just stopped speaking. She got really upset over something that I did. Don't worry, that'll be explained in a future Storytime episode. And around this time, I started getting messaged by a girl that's from the group of friends of the girl that I had my first kiss with, which was back in August of 2016. I never knew about this person before until she decided to message me. Let's call her Sabrina. So Sabrina messaged me, and at first I didn't really take notice of that. I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't reply to her message. And then I realized, what the hell, why not? You know, it doesn't have to be for a date or whatever. We can just be friends. So I started messaging Sabrina, and things go fine. You know, we started having some nice conversations and whatnot. And she started getting, well, not she, but we started getting really close. And it was to the point where she would constantly ask me, like, hey, are we rushing things a bit too much? Are we maybe, like, doing this way too quickly? Should we, like, back off a little bit and take some time? And I was like, I don't know. I just wanted the whole thing to go at its own pace. Like, we were just being friends. There was nothing too big about that. And then we started having phone conversations, which would ultimately last for hours upon hours. And then right after the new year of 2017 began, I believe it was one of the very first few days of 2017. It was about January 3rd or 4th, maybe. We decided to go out, just the two of us. I don't know if it was a date at the time, but let's call it a date. Why not? So me and Sabrina decided to go out, and we hung out for a little bit. We had a nice conversation. And then suddenly something kind of went really wrong. Now, I'm not going to try and defend myself too much here, but basically, I was very inexperienced with relationships and things I should and shouldn't say, and I wasn't even 15 at the time, so, you know, there was this little tiny thing I said, I guess really upset Sabrina, but we'll come back to that in a bit, but I said something about my friends showing up and how I didn't want them to show up. It was ridiculous, it was stupid, and I really felt bad about that after I realized what I had done. But it didn't ruin the date. That was the whole point. The date was not ruined, and the date went on just fine. So then we went home, and Sabrina got really, really upset with me. As in, she like started saying, why did you say that? That was really horrible. Like, in the past, she would tell me on phone calls all the time, like, you know, I can see us being more than just friends, and she confessed to me at that point, I really had a crush on you, but you had to take a shit on it like you did. And, you know, after realizing what I had done, I apologized more than enough times. And not more than enough, but quite a few times. Like, I apologized to her like 5 or 6 times, you know. Basically, I just took full responsibility for my actions. I felt bad about what I did. And suddenly, after I apologized like the 6th time, she starts insulting me, calling me an asshole and an idiot and stuff like that. And I'm like, whoa, what's all this hostility about? Like, what's wrong? And then she says, I'm gonna call the whole hood on you to beat you up. The whole hood as in the whole neighborhood. And she called me a pussy as well. She says that to me. At that very moment, something inside me literally snapped. The very same second I received that message, I blocked her on every single social media that I had her on. All of it. And that just kind of died down for a while. And then about January of 2017, I got Forza Horizon 3. It was still brand new at the time, and I had just got my first paycheck when I used to work back then, and I treated myself to Horizon 3 Ultimate Edition. And I was playing the game. I remember vividly, I was driving the 2017 NSX, and suddenly I get a Snapchat, and it was from the person that I had stopped speaking to before I met Sabrina. Again, more in the appropriate Storytime episode. And while this person is sending Snapchats from her friend's account, Sabrina is apologizing to me from one of her friends' accounts at the same time. And I lost it at that moment. I went completely insane. I remember I smashed into a wall while playing Horizon 3. I completely lost it, and I didn't accept Sabrina's apology at that time. I didn't even respond to it. And then her friend messages me from that account where Sabrina messaged me. Her actual friend that owns the account messaged me, and she was like, please, like, Sabrina's really sorry for what she did. You need to stop this. And I sent her a screenshot of the chat, and I was like, too late. You know, how do you expect me to forgive this? And then, like, 2 months later, Sabrina once again messaged me to apologize to me from one of her other friends' accounts. I didn't forgive her then either. And that's about it. We went about our separate ways, and I haven't heard anything from Sabrina since then. And I don't want to. So that's about it for this episode of Storytime. I know it was kind of short by comparison to the other one, but I hope you enjoyed it regardless. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.